Okay, so I've been sitting here for like, I don't know, 45 minutes just staring at the wall because I literally cannot wrap my head around what is happening in Port Charles right now. It's like you think you know a show, right? You think you know the characters and their motivations, and then suddenly the writers just flip the board. Is that the phrase? Flip the script, whatever. The point is, I am spiraling. I am genuinely spiraling about Willow Tate. Or Willow Corinthos. Or whatever she's calling herself in her head right now, because the person on my screen is basically a stranger. Actually, wait, let me back up. I need to start with the arrest, because that's the anchor, right? That's the thing that makes this whole house of cards exist. Michael gets arrested. Fine. We've seen Michael arrested before. The Corinthos men have spent more time in handcuffs than they have in therapy, which explains a lot, actually. But this time, the way it went down, it's bugging me. It's really bugging me. Because it wasn't just wrong place, wrong time, or Sonny dragging him into something. It was Willow. Willow? I mean, are we serious right now? I keep replaying the scenes in my head and I'm trying to find the moment where she snapped, but it's like, okay, so she shot Drew? That's a fact. We know that, but the calculation, the sheer cold-blooded geometry of her plan to frame Michael, that is not the Willow who used to teach elementary school. That is not the Willow who agonized over every moral dilemma for the last 5 years. This is, well, it's brilliant actually. Scary, brilliant, but it makes no sense. Or maybe it makes perfect sense and I've just been blind. Here's what I can't get past. The key. Okay, so I've been drawing a diagram on a napkin, literally. I have a napkin right here with arrows all over it trying to track this key because it's so convoluted that it has to be important. So Scout had the key first. Scout. A child. Why did Scout have the key to... Wait, was it the Quartermain gatehouse or the main house? I think it was the house. Doesn't matter. Scout had it. Then Tracy takes it from Scout. Which classic Tracy, right? Like, of course she's taking things from children. That tracks. I don't even need to analyze that part. But then Martin takes it from Tracy. Wait, why was Martin even in a position to take a key from Tracy? Were they arguing? Was he being his usual slippery self? I feel like I missed a beat there, or maybe I'm overthinking the Martin connection, but it feels significant. Martin usually doesn't get his hands dirty unless there's a paycheck involved. So did Willow pay him? No, that doesn't sound right. She just took it from him, or he gave it to her. The input, the way I saw it was that she took the key from Martin, so we have this chain. Scout is greater than Tracy, is greater than Martin, is greater than Willow. It's like the worst game of telephone ever, but instead of a sentence getting distorted, it's a murder weapon. Well, not a murder weapon, but the evidence. The smoking gun. Or the smoking key. You know what I mean. And then she plants it on Michael, her ex. The father of her children, the guy she supposedly loved. She plants the key on him to make it look like he had access to the house where... Wait, I need to double check my timeline. She shot Drew right, and she needs an alibi or a patsy. So she picks Michael. It's so dark. It's actually kind of impressive how dark it is. I'm having a hard time reconciling Pillow's Willow with femme fatale Willow. But maybe that's the point. Maybe she's always been this repressed rage monster and we just didn't see it because she was too busy crying about Nina. Actually, no, that's not fair. Nina is a lot. Anyone would cry. But still. And then there's Chase. Oh my god, Chase. I honestly don't know if I want to hug him or shake him. Probably both. Definitely both. Because look, Chase is a good guy. He's the moral compass half the time, right? He's the do-good detective. But here he is, completely oblivious, just playing right into Willow's hands. It's tragic, really. He thinks he's doing his job. He tests the key. Wait, let me think about that scene again. Chase tests the key. He's probably thinking, I'm just being a thorough investigator. He's diligent. He's checking the boxes. He has no idea, literally zero idea, that he is hammering the nails into Michael's coffin. And then he suggests Nathan look for it. Hold on. Nathan? Okay, my brain just stuttered. Nathan West. I know. Soap opera time is weird and people come back. Or maybe I'm just misremembering who is on the force right now. But hearing Nathan in the mix just threw me for a loop. But assuming Nathan is there, and he's the one looking, Chase basically handed him the arrest on a silver platter. Hey, go look for this key that definitely implicates the guy we're investigating. Good job, Chase. Great police work. You solved the crime. Except you solved it wrong. It's just... the irony is killing me. Chase and Willow. They were the couple for a minute there. They were the sweet ones. The ones who weren't corrupted by the Corinthos mob wars or the Quartermain infighting. And now, they've both fallen fast and far, like the report said. That phrase keeps ringing in my ears. Fallen fast and far. It's poetic in a messed up way. They're both complicit in destroying Michael's life, one with malice, one with stupidity. Okay, stupidity is harsh. Chase isn't stupid. He's just trusting naive. No, he's a cop. He shouldn't be naive. Maybe he's just so used to Michael being in trouble that it didn't seem weird. Like, oh, Michael's a suspect. Must be Tuesday. But here is where my brain really starts to overheat. Wiley, the kid, the little kid. You know that trope in horror movies or thrillers where the kid sees something they shouldn't and they just sit there silently staring? That is Wiley right now. Except he's not silent anymore. But for a minute there, he saw Chase. He saw Chase playing around with Michael's keys. Wait, playing around, what does that even mean? Was Chase juggling them? Was he nervously fidgeting? Knowing Chase, he was probably just handling them while thinking, but to a kid it looks weird. Wiley is smart though. That's the thing people forget about soap kids. They age them up mentally before they age them up physically. They see everything. They are the eyes of the audience, basically. So Wiley sees Chase with the keys. He knows something is off. He adores his dad. Of course he does. Michael is Michael, but he loves his kids. So Wiley is sitting on this information. The arrest happens. Michael gets hauled off for a crime he didn't commit, a crime Willow committed. I still can't say that without laughing in disbelief. Willow and Wiley is just there processing. And then Ric Lansing. Okay, stop everything. We need to talk about Ric. Because if you had told me 5 years ago, or even 2 weeks ago, that Ric Lansing was going to be the hero of this story, I would have laughed in your face. I would have bet my entire savings account against it. Ric is a snake. That's his whole brand. He's the guy who keeps people in panic rooms. He's the guy who marries people for money. He's Sonny's brother who hates Sonny but also wants to be Sonny. But now he's trying to make amends. I'm squinting at my screen right now like that helps me understand. Ric wants to make amends with Sonny. Why did he have a near-death experience? Did he find God? Or is this just another angle? See, that's the problem with Ric. I can't trust it. I want to trust it because the idea of Ric redeeming himself is juicy. It's really rich narrative territory. But it's Ric, and he's trying to impress Elizabeth. Okay, actually that tracks. That 100% tracks. Ric has always had a thing for Elizabeth. It's his kryptonite. If he thinks saving Michael will make Elizabeth look at him with those big judging eyes and say, "Good job, Ric," then yeah. He'll move heaven and earth. He'll burn down a city to save a kitten if Elizabeth is watching. So Wiley goes to Ric. Of all people. Why, Ric? Why not? I don't know, Carly. Wait. If Wiley went to Carly would have just burned the police station down to get Michael out. She wouldn't have bothered with evidence. She would have just screamed until the walls fell down. Maybe Wiley knew that. Maybe Wiley is smarter than all of us. He looked at his options and thought Grandma Carly is too chaotic. I need a lawyer. I need someone sneaky. I need Uncle Ric. Is he Uncle Ric to Wiley Great Uncle Ric? The family tree is a wreath. I can't do the math right now. So Wiley tells Ric what he saw. He saw Chase with the keys. And Ric, this is the beautiful part, Ric actually uses the information for good. He doesn't bury it. He doesn't blackmail Chase. He doesn't use it to twist the knife in Michael. He uses it to help. He sees this as the perfect way to prove he's on Sonny and Michael's side. I mean, it is It is the perfect way. If you save the golden boy heir to the Corinthos Empire from a frame-up orchestrated by his psycho ex-wife who everyone thinks is a saint, you are basically set for life. Sonny will owe him. Michael will owe him. Elizabeth will. Well, Elizabeth might at least answer his texts, but I keep circling back to Willow. I can't help it. I know the solution is Wiley and Ric, but the problem is Willow. Why did she do it? I mean, really, why? The facts say she wanted her ex to take the blame. It was her perfect plan. Does she hate him that much? Is this about custody? Is this about the Nina thing? Again, it always comes back to Nina, doesn't it? Or maybe she's just tired of being the good girl. There's something almost liberating about it. No, that's the wrong word. Terrifying. It's terrifying. But you have to admit, pulling off a frame job that involves a key passing through 3 different people, Scout Tracy, Martin, and then using a clueless detective Chase to seal the deal, that is mastermind level stuff. That is Ryan Chamberlain level stuff. Is Willow the new villain of Port Charles? And poor Chase. When this comes out, and it will come out because Wiley told Ric, and Ric is going to sing like a canary, Chase is going to be devastated. He finished the job for her. He's gonna feel so guilty. He's gonna spiral. Oh god, I'm already pre-spiraling for Chase. He's gonna look at himself in the mirror and wonder if he's even a good cop. Spoiler. He is, usually, but this was a bad day. I'm also wondering about the Martin of it all again. Why Martin? It just feels so random. Martin is greater than Willow. Did they meet in an alley? Did she bump into him at the Metro Court and pickpocket him? Or did he just leave it on a table? Oops. Here's the key to the crime scene. It's messy. The whole thing is messy, but that's why I can't stop thinking about it. And Wiley. Wiley to the rescue. It's cute, but it's also sad. This kid shouldn't have to be saving his dad from jail. He should be playing with blocks. But this is General Hospital. No one plays with blocks unless the blocks are made of C4 or evidence. So Ric has the info. He's going to present it. He's going to clear Michael's name. But what happens to Willow? Does she get caught? If Ric proves Chase had the keys, does that automatically point to Willow? Not necessarily. It points to Chase. Oh no. Wait. If Ric reveals that Chase had the keys, does everyone think Chase framed Michael? No, wait. Wiley saw Chase playing around with them. That implies Chase had them temporarily, but if Willow planted them, okay, my brain is nodding up again. If Willow planted the key on Michael, but Chase had the key before that, or after that Chase finished the job for her by testing the key. Okay, so Chase finds the key, or tests it to see if it works. If he tests it, he must have found it on Michael. Right, then Willow planted it on Michael. Chase finished the job for her by testing the key. Okay, so Willow puts it on Michael. Chase finds it or is told it's there, tests it, confirms it, opens the house. Boom. Arrest.